Good evening, all. It's just gone 19:30 hours, 7:30 p.m., 09:30 UTC. It's Wednesday night, and it's time for VK4BAD BADnet for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. We hold this net every Wednesday night on 146.675, negative offset, 91.5 access tone. We hold this net every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. I'll now change over to the club call of VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. Currently it is 20.1 degrees outside, 0.3 K of breeze, and 70% humidity. Okay, this is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. Now listening for any call-ins, VK4BAD.
VK4 Mike Victor.
Okay, we've got VK4 Mike Victor, VK4BAD. Anyone else want to call in?
Good evening, fellas. This is VK4 Echo Mike.
Okay, it might be a bit of a quiet one tonight. Okay, we've got VK4 Mike Victor, VK4 Echo Mike. This is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta. Listening for any more call-ins, VK4BAD. Okay, we might get someone shortly. You never know. Next, this Friday, I'm hoping I should be in up in the Dolby area. I'll give you a call there, Al, on 2 meters in Friday morning, and inform you if I'll be up there, or but most likely I will be. Okay, anyone else want to join the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club's Wednesday night net before we start the first round? VK4BAD listening? Okay, nothing heard. This morning, an interesting morning today. I had on 9:50. I had the Central Highlands link come through, and unfortunately, I was hearing the local as well as the Highlands repeater. Also had the Sunshine Coast repeater come in this morning. Situated on Black Mountain on 146 975. negative offset. And got on to hopped on to RBU, the up on Mount Ganamanon, up near Howard, Bundaberg, Maryborough area, and I got a what was it? A Foxtrot Kilo 8 Hotel Alpha. A Foxtrot Kilo 8 Hotel Alpha. For anyone who's not aware, 146 800 negative with a negative offset, and a 91.5 tone. You also get besides the Bundaberg linked repeater system, you also get New Caledonia, and so this is of course on 2 meters FM. So I was talking to New Caledonia for a little while on 146 800. Then since I couldn't actually get the guys on Mount Ganamanon, I hopped on to the Gladstone link. Stand by. I hopped on the Gladstone link and talked back down to Mount Ganamanon repeater from the Gladstone side of it. So there's been quite a bit of ducting around on 2 meters there this morning. Actually, I've noticed it. Oh, and also I put a call out on Double D as well in Toowoomba, and of course Merv, you're well and truly aware of that one. Okay, before we start the first round, VK4BAD, listening for any other call-ins. VK4BAD. Okay, nothing heard so far. Okay, VK4 Mike Victor, VK4 Echo Mike. So Al to Merv, hello, back to me. We'll see who else we get. Okay, VK4 Mike Victor, VK4 BAD.
VK4BAD and the group VK4 Mike Victor. Evening, Merv. It is he and thee and me. Well, there we go. And yeah, about 23 degrees according to my phone here locally. Yes, definitely summery. Shorts and t-shirt all the way. Yeah, all quite good. And yeah, I've put a bit of mileage on your radios, Merv. The TS570 into Hawaii, good contact, and a bit of a splatter on 7 megs. When was that? Monday morning. Had a chat to a few guys on 7197, and all reported all well. Just a little bit down on my normal signal at 100 watts against 400. So, but other than that, they said it was fine. So that was the 847. So all good. Nothing much happening here. Pulling weeds. Might run the mower around tomorrow. Not that it really needs it, but I think it's about time to burn some petrol. And other than that, what else did I do? Oh, I had sorted a little problem with one of my frequency counters. I'd actually dropped it on the bench and it popped something loose, so I sorted that out. Seems to be good now. other than that, I haven't done a great deal. So, around to you, Merv. VK4 Mike in the group, VK4 Mike Victor.
Yeah, okay, that's wonderful news. VK4 Mike Victor and the group, VK4 Echo Mike, suffering from hay fever. I don't know whether you fellas have been getting all this smoke. That, well, we never had it here today, but, oh, excuse me, 3 days before that. Don't know where it's coming from. I watched the news, the TV news last night, and they said, oh, there was grass fires in the southeast of Queensland, but they didn't say where. Anyway, I've asked a few questions, but all I got back, oh, yes, smoke here also, but we don't know where the fires are. Okay. Gary, this morning, and Gary, I called someone else, and Gary answered me, and I thought Gary was, pulling my leg as usual, because his signal was absolutely, clean, couldn't be any better. Sounded like he was, sitting in my driveway. And I thought, oh, he's in Toowoomba, he's having a go at me, so I'll play along. And then I flicked over to, the input, and full scale. I said, yeah, he's definitely here somewhere. He's having a good go. Anyway, he assured me that he wasn't. He assured me that he was at home in Faryiryland and sitting in his chair. But he held up here quite well for quite a while. So after he told me all this exciting news about the ducting and Vanuatu and all that, I went around and had a look around the bands, and I don't get hardly any repeaters here at all, and it was still exactly the same. No repeaters, and I wasn't hearing any ducting. The only hint that I got there was any ducting this morning, that the TV was absolutely going nuts here, pixelating and falling apart, and no picture at all. And so when that's happening, it's usually a good indicator that, go and have a look and you'll get some far distant repeater. All right. And, thanks for the news about the transceivers, Al. That's great news. I'm in no rush to get out there. I'm busy in the next coming couple of weeks. So, anyway, we'll see what happens after that and slip out and pick it up or whatever's going on, which is great news. Great news. Anyway, I think I'll say good evening. I'll just drop that out again. Just say good evening and listen for a minute and get out of here. But great to hear you there tonight. And yes, it was very nice contact with Gary this morning. Very surprising to, he's done that before. He's been into RDD before, and I think even a couple of times I've listened to him direct, but nothing like today. The signal on my old transceiver here couldn't go up any further. VK4BAD in the group, VK4 Echo Mike. Cheers all.
Okay, before we continue on, is there anyone else want to join the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club, VK4BAD, listening? Okay, looks like there's not too many going to be around tonight. What's on tonight? Wednesday night. Anyway, I don't think there's no state of origin kind of thing going at the moment. I think the Olympics, the Paralympics don't start till Friday. Yeah, okay. Anyway, this is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. Anyone else want to join the net? VK4BAD? Nope. By the sounds of that, no, not at the moment. Okay, yeah, the one that got me by surprise was I used to get hammered when I was in Maryborough with with New Caledonia. So it was a bit of a surprise when it came in today, the New Caledonian station. Yeah, it was. It's been over 10 years since I've last talked to New Caledonia. So so the conditions have been, well, where I'm located, real good. There. And yes, I seem to get quite a good coverage from out here. But anyway, with that one there, VK4, Mike Victor. Back to you there, Al, VK4BAD.
Yeah, VK4BAD and a diminishing group, VK4 Mike Victor. Yeah, all good. Gary, yeah, and no problem with Friday. Just I'll I normally don't have the radio on, but I'll put it on specially. Yeah, but if I have to carry the handheld down in the shed if I'm down there, but I'll be around and about somewhere. And yes, it's sitting in the box, all ready to go. You just have to supply yourself a speaker. I'll have to plug on it, so you can just plug it in any old extension speaker. But the one it was supplied with was a bit second-hand. And what else? What did I do with it? Oh, replaced a couple of lamps and updated your firmware too. What else? Nothing much else happening. Been a bit quiet. Certainly nice weather. Did some shopping today and had some pulled wall clover. Picked up sticks. Some parts arrived from the well, actually a bit harder. It's from RS, but they had to be issued from I thought the UK, but I think it's stamped actually Denmark. So that arrived in the letterbox this morning. So some parts I'd been ordered last week, which is good. So I had a bit of a tidy up and started to leave some space on the bench. I'll have to pull up the TS 820 of Russell's and get back into that. So that'll be the next job to push out, and then I'll perhaps get back onto my own ICOM 847. Not 847, 746. Okay, back over to you, leapfrogging Merv. Back over to you, Gary, VK4BAD, and the group VK4 Mike Victor.
Yeah, VK4 Mike Victor, VK4BAD. Yeah, I forgot to say goodbye to Merv. But anyway, anyone else want to come in and say hello, goodbye before we close the net off? I said it's going to be a short one tonight. VK4BAD. Okay, by the sounds of that, no. Okay, well, thanks there. I'll say thank you there, Al. It'll be around about, probably about 10 or 11 by the time I get in up that way on the Friday. So it'll be somewhere around about the if you switch your radio on around about 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm either heading there or pretty close to being in that area, depending on what time I get away from here. Hi. Anyway, this is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. I'd like to thank VK4 Mike Victor, Al, VK4 Echo Mike Merv. Until the same time next Wednesday night at 19:30 hours, 7:30 p.m, 09:30 UTC. We'll put on another edition of VK4BAD Badnet. This is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta. I'll now resort back to my home call of VK4GRB, Gary out in Faryiryland. This is Victor Kilo 4 Golf Romeo Bravo. Until next Wednesday night, I'll say 7-3 to all, and catch us all again, same time next week. 7-3.